Good morning, everyone. Thank you all for watching this session. And this session, we have Ms. Neha Khanna, who is the representative to India from Sciences Po. Sciences Po is world's top ranked college to study social sciences, and it's based out of Paris, France. And we are now looking forward to learning more about this fantastic institution. So, Neha, a very warm welcome to you. And we are looking forward to learning more about Sciences Po from you.
Thank you so much, Devesh, for inviting me today, and I'm glad to be speaking to your audiences. So let's start by sharing my screen.
Yes.
Hi, everyone. So I'd like to introduce Sciences Po to you. So the French do not like to write anything, pronounce anything the way they write. So it's Sciences Po and not Sciences Po. And I'm hoping by the end of the presentation, we'll get the pronunciation of the university right. So this gets stuck sometimes. So let me start. I don't know what would be. So you can see the student ID card of Emmanuel Macron, the current president of the French Republic. So he studied at Sciences Po. So that is how he looked with more crop of hair on his head. Just to give you all a little bit of perspective on the university. So we are not new. We are 150 years old. We were founded in 1872. We recently celebrated 100 years of women students on campus. We are ranked world number 2 for politics and international relations. We are not a big university when you compare us to other universities in the US. We are just 14,000 students, and about half of them are international, making English the most common language on campus. We have an alumni network of 65,000 people, and I'll let you know why this alumni network is important. We offer one comprehensive program at the bachelor's level for your bachelor's degree. Then students are made to specialize through our master programs, so 28 of them are offered. We offer more than 50 dual degree programs. We have a partner network of 478 universities. So if you're world number 2 at the moment for politics and international relations, you can imagine the kind of partnership network we will have in terms of universities all over the globe. We teach 25 foreign languages. We have 11 research units, and about 11 million euros are circulated back into scholarship at Sciences Po. And I'll tell you how every student at Sciences Po is funded in one capacity or the other. So this slide just goes to show people, these are musicians on the slide, but I put them here to let you know that these are legends. So you can see Bob Marley and you can see John Lennon. And this is Faiz Ahmed Faiz, the bottom left, and bottom right is a famous ghazal singer by the name Iqbal Bano. And these are legends. So I know that the crowd who will be watching this video is familiar with Bob Marley and John Lennon. But Faiz Ahmed Faiz's ghazal called Hum Dekhenge was synonymous to the political activism of Pakistan. And if you've not heard that rendition, I urge you to go on YouTube and listen to it. So all these people they did not study at Sciences Po, and I doubt if they were social scientists either, but still their faces are on the third slide of my presentation to let you know that they understood the society that they were creating their art for. So their songs are still relevant to people, to a woman who's talking to you right now in 2021. And these are classics, these are legends. And they are legends not just because of their music, but also because of their lyrics. And they wrote by understanding what was going on. And this is what I want to tell you, that if you're doing social sciences from a university like Sciences Po, which is ranked and it's like teaching you and it's creating a holistic understanding of the world, you're going to be influential change makers eventually. And this is something that we want for you to take out of our classroom. So a degree from Sciences Po would discount just your dependence on your luck, because yes, these people were very talented, but then they were also lucky to make it big because many talented people aren't able to, and just to rely upon your genius. So you could be very, very, very gifted, but then you are at Sciences Po for you to get the right platform to make use of that genius. So this have these musicians on my slides. Now let's talk about some careers. So what do you do as a social scientist? I already talked about Emmanuel Macron, and there are 6 other French presidents who have studied at Sciences Po. Chandrika Kumaratunga, the former president of Sri Lanka, was also a student at Sciences Po. Meet Dr. Mohan Kumar, who did his PhD at Sciences Po and was the former ambassador of India to France. Mr. Thierry Delaporte is the CEO of Wipro. Kunal Sehgal is the South Asia producer at the BBC. Meet Antonia and Jeremy, who came as exchange students to India but decided to make India their home and opened a chain of restaurants called the Suzette in Mumbai. So I urge you to go and visit their chain, which is doing very, very well. Meet Dr. Minya Chatterjee, who's the director of Paris Sustain Labs. She's an academic and teaches at Sciences Po as well. And Mr. Tuhin Sen, who's the assistant director at International Air Transport Association, IATA. Meet Anjali Pandit, who is the UK head of corporate sustainability at BNP Paribas in London. And Delano D'Souza is a journalist in France. David Kierand works with an international organization in Shad, and Ankit Mishra is an economist at San Francisco. Our employability survey data says that 97% of you would be employed with this degree, but after your master program. So you don't get a job after your bachelor's degree, but you are employable after your graduate program. That's where you specialize. And 87% of you would be employed within 6 months of graduating. Your average salaries would be 40,000 euros. You get a 2 years post-study visa after your graduate studies, not after your undergraduate program. 34% of you would be working outside of France. So the organizations that you should be aiming at with this degree are international organizations, NGOs, audit consulting, businesses, legal professions, banking, finance, insurance, marketing, culture, communication, public administration, press, media, industry, energy, transport, and urban planning. This data shows you that only 13.7% of you would return back to Asia, and the rest of you would find employment in the rest of the world. So how should I get my dream job? Well, we are going to make you work very hard for it. So it's a 3-year standard undergraduate program where you spend 2 years in France and 1 year abroad. We have 5 core disciplines at Sciences Po. So it's history, economics, politics, sociology, and law. Please do not come back to me and say, Neha, I just want to do history. I just want to do economics. That is not possible at Sciences Po. You have to do history, economics, politics, sociology, and law as your 5 core disciplines. You can't choose one over the other. Then we introduce majors to you in the 2nd year, which is a very European understanding of a major and not an American one. So there's a difference. So you see, we have 3 majors: economy and society, political humanities, politics and government. So you see in our curriculum that we are still hand-holding our major disciplines, our core disciplines, even in our majors. And then 3rd year is compulsorily abroad. So if you remember on my first slide, I said we have a partner network of 478 universities, so be it Columbia, be it LSE, be it Oxford, be it Cambridge, be it MIT. Your choice, your university, you go there for 1 year compulsorily. Indian students will not be able to come and join the partners in India, and you cannot stay back in France. So you have to choose a country elsewhere. Then we have a compulsory civic engagement program. We have 2 languages of instruction, so English and French. Not even a word of French is required to join our undergraduate program, but we will teach you French for your CV, for you to be able to integrate within the society that you're going to be a part of, and you will be fluent within 6 months. So this is something for your CV. And then 25 other languages are offered. So once you have developed enough levels in the French language, you can choose another language. So by the time you finish with us, your CV is shining. You would have been a student at 2 top universities of the world. You will have transcripts from 2 top universities of the world. You would have lived in 2 countries. You would have accessed the jobs board of 2 different countries through 2 top universities. You would be speaking 2 new languages flawlessly, hopefully. And with the compulsory civic engagement program, you would have understood or gained some understanding of the society that you're going to be a part of when you're in France. So the English taught program is taught at Le Havre campus, which is the Europe Asia campus. The top left box that is circled. The top right is Reims campus, which is the Europe North America campus. And bottom right, which is the French Riviera region of France, is the Menton campus, which is the Europe and Middle East Mediterranean campus. So the language of instruction at all three circled campuses, Europe Asia campus, Europe North America campus, Middle East and Mediterranean campus will be English. So not even a word of French is required, but we will teach you French when you are. So this map goes to show that we are an international university, not because we are inviting 150 nationalities on board, but this is where you experience international dimension of your curriculum by being a part of another university, of another country through our exchange program, which is a compulsory component of the curriculum. This is what makes us international. So if you're aiming at international careers, we introduce this fairly early on into the curriculum. Now, if you say, yes, Neha, I'm kicked about Sciences Po, but I'm not sure. Before today, I'd never heard of your university and I want to do something else also. This is possible at Sciences Po through our dual degree programs. This we do not offer with 478 partners, but we only offer it with 9 partner universities. So this is with UBC. So 2 years at Sciences Po, 2 years at UBC, 2 years at Columbia, or 2 years at Freie University in Berlin. 2 years at UCL or HKU or University of Sydney or Keio University or Berkeley or in US and Singapore. So you can choose one dual degree program. As your second option, you can choose a regular program at Sciences Po. That's up to you, and that's a safe option as well. So one dual degree and one regular program at Sciences Po. And this is an option for you for your application. But do remember that because it's a dual degree program and the partner university is going to give you a degree, you will have to pay the fee of the partner university as well. Now, you're very welcome to join our graduate studies after your undergraduate program. So you get a guaranteed access. You can join our law school, Paris School of International Affairs, School of Journalism, School of Management and Innovation, School of Public Affairs, the Urban School, and then the PhD program is offered at the School of Research. PhDs in English aren't possible in economics, political science, and PhDs, but masters in research tracks are available in English in economics, political science, and sociology. And you need to check what all tracks are open in English for the PhD. Our PhDs are available at Facebook. Now, this is an important slide because on the left side, you see a COP21 simulation where Sciences Po students are participating. So Professor Laurence Toubiana, who's a faculty member at Sciences Po, was leading this World Discussion Forum on Climate Change in Paris when it was hosted in Paris for COP21. And because she's a professor at Sciences Po students had the advantage to participate. So there are 200 such student associations, debate, theater, music, gardening, wine tasting, it's up to you. There are 40 credit-bearing classes in sports, hundreds of events through the year that are floated. And I urge you very strongly to join this because this is a very common interview question as well. So your employers are going to ask you, okay, which association were you a part of at the uni? Tell us something about your student life and how did you make most of your student life on campus? How did you contribute to your alma mater as a student? So these are questions that would be asked. So it's better that you have this instrumental approach towards your student life as well. Now, when I say that we are training global change makers and influential change makers for tomorrow, you do that by opening a discussion with global leaders as well. And here you see from the picture is talking to students of Sciences Po, Sheryl Sandberg, Justin Trudeau, and I do not know how many of you have known Arnold Schwarzenegger as a Hollywood actor of Terminator films, but my generation grew up on Terminator films and we knew him as an actor. But here he's addressing Sciences Po students in his capacity as a politician. Now, if you want to experience Sciences Po, you can join our summer school program. And it is offered for 3 weeks in July. This year it was online, but now Sciences Po has opened. So I'm hoping that the next year the summer school would be completely on site. So you would be invited on campus to experience Sciences Po. So this is an option for you to come and join us for our summer school for 3 weeks and experience the entire environment and atmosphere at Sciences Po. Our response to COVID-19 has been that, well, the vaccination program in France was successful, so we could open our campus. So 2021-22. The scholarship offered remained unchanged for the students who couldn't join us, but thankfully, like, everyone could join us. All classes are still available online for the students who couldn't from the rest of the world. So we are trying to be accessible. And our offer has been online, hybrid, and physical so far, but next year it would be all on campus. Practical information, how to apply. So it's all online. So we open in mid-November, and your application has to have a CV, your grades, your academic recommendation, and you write 3 essays for us. And then if we like your online application, we invite you for a 30 minutes interview. This image on the left should be your go-to image for Sciences Po. So you see a very well-dressed man and his identity is obscured by a green apple. And your job is to actually get rid of this apple and emerge from behind this. Let us know why are you the right fit for a university like ours. So let us know why this program in particular, why Paris, why France, why Sciences Po, and what are your professional goals. So we need to know why are you choosing us. And there are 4 pillars of assessment. So we look at your final year grades up to your predicted grades. We do not wait for the final year grades. Grades of the last 3 years. So it would be your 10th standard, 11th standard, 12th mid-semesters, and predicted grades together. So there's a point system for that. And then you write 3 essays for us, which would be, one would be your personal background. The second would be your motivation. So you will tell us how you understood the curriculum and why Sciences Po. And then the third essay would be actually testing you on your intellectual capacity, and it's going to ask you to analyze different things. So there are some questions online, and then you have to build your essay, choose one topic and write an essay on that topic. And then if we like this, we will invite you for an interview. So mid-November is when we start our applications, and 27th April would be the deadline for our undergraduate program. All the dual degrees have different deadlines, so you need to check the dual degree deadlines if you're applying for a dual degree program. And dual degree applications have to be made through partner universities, with the exception of HKU and KO. HKU and KO you can apply through. The tuition fee is 13,000 euros, but it is actually double the amount annually. But as soon as we say yes to you, we subsidize your fee by half. The rest of the other half comes to us through French. So the fee is actually 26,000 euros. So you should understand the fee structure like that. But we publish 13,000 euros on our website because that is what you pay us after the subsidy. So as soon as you are given an offer, you start with the subsidy, and at the subsidy, it's sitting at 13,000 euros annually. Your living expenses on our undergraduate campuses would be 800 euros per month, which is approximately 64,000 rupees. Now, if we are desperate for you, we will fund you further through our Emile Boutmy scholarship, but we have not opened admissions as yet. So this is, unfortunately, Emile Boutmy scholarship is the only scholarship available. It waives up to 70% of your fee. So we do not give 100% fee waivers to students. Start with a subsidy. So after the subsidy, you will get like maximum of 70,000 fee waiver on 13,000 euros of annual fee. Some students would just be given probably 30%, some 50, and some 70, depending on our desperation and the merit of their application. So that's me there. So this is my contact. Need to reach out to me for any queries. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thanks, Neha, for sharing all that wonderful information. It was a very crisp and precise sort of presentation. And I'm sure I saw all the points that I was making a note of, or the questions that I was thinking were covered by the end of the presentation. So that's fantastic. Just one question is, you mentioned the fees, the living expenses in Paris and outside of Paris campuses. Now, is this residence on campus, or whether your offices help us find out residences or accommodation in the neighboring part of the university?
So these are Sciences Po accommodations, but not on campus, outside the campus. But we take responsibility because we are giving guaranteed access to accommodation to our students. So of course, like, students have to be in touch with us that they are looking for housing, and it's through, but it is done through Sciences Po housing.
Okay.
So it is under, it is responsibility of
right. Fantastic. And I think we are almost coming towards the end of this presentation, the session. But before closing, would you have any advice for the students who are considering Sciences Po? How should they work on their applications in let's say they're in grade 9th, 10th, 11th, in their early years, not applying right away, but maybe if they're a little younger, what is something that they can focus upon right now in the next few months to create a competitive application for Sciences Po?
I would just say that a genuine interest in social sciences, because your social sciences application is a huge canvas. And this is also the perk of our job, to actually see students who are approaching Sciences Po through different angles and different interests. So for us to see that genuine passion towards the university, it is really important, towards the program also, because you suddenly come to us and say, I've heard of Sciences Po and I'm very excited to do philosophy, and I'm very excited to do psychology at Sciences Po. So, I mean, we do not know what to do with it, because you should read the curriculum of the university and see whether we offer these disciplines or not. So that passion, that observation, that familiarity with the curriculum, and then what are you doing outside the four walls of your school? So right now everything is online, but how have you experienced the environment outside your home and outside what the school is asking you to do, to be able to justify your application to a university like this, where we are looking at very curious people who are not scared to experiment with their surroundings, be it an internship within the physics lab, or being a part of a music band, or volunteering somewhere, or interning somewhere, and feeling the need to understand society in their own unique way, and letting us know why this understanding would be further developed with a program like ours, and how is it going to aid their professional journey later. So some connection of these dots would be wonderful to read in the application, and there's no standard format to approach it.
Absolutely, I totally agree. I mean, there is never a very fixed formula. You just need to demonstrate to the college, first of all, that you understand and that you have a vision of why Sciences Po, or why Paris, and why this. So, well, thank you so much, Neha, for your time on this call today. It was a pleasure having this conversation with you and learning more about Sciences Po. To all the aspiring influential change makers, well, if you are considering Sciences Po, just go through this video, and of course, learn more about the college, learn more about why is Sciences Po a good college for you, a good university for you. And because they have a lot of essays, there are 3 essays, and I think that is something which you need to be very carefully thinking about while writing. So with that, I think we are to the end of the session. Thank you so much, Neha, for your time. It was a pleasure having this conversation with you.
Bye-bye.